Hello viewers, you're welcome to Betong Show, and today my guest is Amin Hassan. Amin Hassan just came from Helsinki today. I mean, it's not like up to more than 30 minutes ago that you arrived. Or just 5 minutes ago that you arrived.
Well, basically, yeah, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's say 7 minutes.
I mean, it's an honor that I have Amin today in Betong Show. But before I continue, before we dive into the matter for the day, I want to thank you guys for always being there with me in Betong Show. To all my subscribers, those who have subscribed to the show, I mean, you guys are awesome. I'm so happy that you've been supporting my show and being there so far. And also those who are coming in for the first time, please hit the subscribe button. It's free. Amin,
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
How was the journey?
Well, it was rough. I would say the train was so full, but I made it.
Okay.
I made it back to my home city, as I can say, because I used to live in here for almost 12 years. Then I moved to Helsinki to study and stuff like that. So it's great to be back in here.
How was it like living in Tampere?
Well, it was quite funny, I can say, because the area where we used to live, we were the only black family there. So it was quite experience to come from all the way from Somalia to a city like that. And yeah.
But I think my viewers will want to know, like, who are you? Who is Amin Hassan?
Well, yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Amin Hassan. I'm 22 years old from Helsinki, and at the moment I'm studying business administration, and at the same time I'm working at Finnish, as a supervisor of 2 different cinemas.
How can you be a supervisor in Filipino?
Well,
I thought only white people can be supervisor in Filipino. How is it possible?
well, how can I put this in words? Well, first I started as a normal cashier. It was after high school. I was like, I need some pocket money and just put in some job applications all around the world. And then, well, yeah, Finnish took me as a cashier, and I worked there for, I'll say, 1 year, more than 1 year. And then I started my studies now. And at the same time, I was like, because I've been studying now, I want to get higher. So I went to my manager and I was like, what else you can offer me than, just normal cashier job. And then they accept me to trainee program. That's how I started.
We're going to come back to that. The reason why I asked about, black people, it's not about racism. Many people think that there are opportunities out there, but I think there are opportunities out there, even though it's difficult to get. But if you put yourself out there, you're gonna get it. But let's go dive into the matter for today. I believe you came here in Finland from a refugee family. When you were 3 years old.
4 years
old. Yeah. And living in Finland, what are some challenges as an immigrant that you facing so far?
When we arrived here, it was 2001, if I remember correctly, and the area where we moved was full of white families, and we were the only black family in that specific area. And I remember the looks on different people's faces. They were just looking at us like, who are these people?
They fall from the sky.
Yeah, basically it was like that. And I can say I'm still experiencing those looks because I'm a football referee, so I travel sometimes to all around Finland. And when I go to, let's say, for example, Forza or places like that where there is not that much foreign people, I can feel that same look that I felt when we first moved to Finland. I would say it's hard to get that, but it's still weird when people are looking at you like alien. But thank God nowadays the things are better and better.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, did you feel uncomfortable, you feel like you're not human being or something like that? You feel?
Well, I feel like I'm not welcome.
Okay.
That was the first feeling, and I feel like I have to prove myself all the time. I have to show people that I'm good at what I'm doing, or I'm as good as this other dude.
So how do you feel right now? Do you have the same feelings?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes, yeah. Because, for example, in some job interviews, I can feel the same things that I have to do a little more than the one who is from Finland. So.
Yeah, and I also believe that you have worked with in a refugee a camp, something like that. What are some challenges that you've seen or you met in the course of you working there in this refugee camp? Is it in Helsinki?
Yeah. it's not like camp, but
Okay.
it's the place where all the refugees come,
Come.
and
Get information.
get this how is it living in Finland and stuff like that. So I'll say it's some experience. It's good experience, but
I believe that those experiences are not different, anyway.
Yeah.
But what can you say to those like refugees, people who come, like because I believe the same experience they are facing is what you faced before,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like new, and many people out there can relate also with those experiences.
yeah.
And like, but what can you say to people who are coming, like as refugee or not? I mean, even immigrants,
I will say like try to be open-minded, because the culture in Finland is totally different than in culture, for example, in Afghanistan, in Somalia, all the places where the refugees and immigrants are coming from. And I would say like just be open-minded, try to learn the language. Like that's first thing. Try to be Suomea, yeah. So that will help you a lot if you learn this language.
Finnish,
yeah. But you just have to be open-minded and just try to get all the good things about this culture, because in my opinion Finnish culture is one of the best culture in the world, and I love living here. So I would say you can learn a lot of things from Finnish culture. So you just have to be open-minded and try to like get the things out of the different places and try to improve yourself.
You mentioned one thing that I think is important for people. Everyone coming here should, learn the language.
Learn the language, at least the basics.
The
basics, because well, we all know that Finnish language is one of the hardest language in the world. So if you at least try to learn this, it shows some, how can you say, some force. You can do this. You can do this. If you can learn Finnish language, you can do anything.
And now you're studying, business administration or something like that. And as a result of you studying, you have come across some problem. You find yourself as an only African, Somalian guy in the school, and there are lots of young Africans like you who should be in school, but they are not there. What do you think is the problem?
I've been thinking the same thing by myself, because when I started this school in 2017, with me there was like 160 people starting at the same time. Yeah, seriously, there was only me and I think one other guy who was like black. Then I was just started to realize that okay, there is more than 3,000 people in here and less than 1% are foreign. So I don't know what's the problem, but in my opinion there should be something that encourage youngsters like me to go to school, to get to higher education, to try to be best as possible. But yeah, like seriously, I don't know what's the problem, but there has to be some solution coming like in a couple of years. Otherwise,
we had like with Afro Finns, we had like they had this Yanakihagat event somewhere sometime back. I think it's like 3 months back.
Yeah.
And there was a panel conversation, and this issue was brought up in that conversation. And what I understood was the system before. I'm not talking about the people. Maybe the system is the language is the problem, that they cannot speak, or maybe they are not good enough to maybe become doctors or to become like in many opportunities for those who want to be go to the schools and becoming doctor, engineer. But it was in the language level. It's not kind of like enough. So these kids who grow up, in Finland to be like part of other Finns who are doing the same.
Well, that can be one of the problems, but I wouldn't say like the language is the the highest problem, because there is, for example, you can study in English, you can study in Swedish, you can study in different languages, but I would say that it's because of the system. I remember when I was in upper secondary school, and the tutor of mine, well, like, we were talking about where I'm going after my graduation. And I remember, even though I was like, I'm going to be some kind of leader someday, blah, blah, blah. But my tutor was pointing me to go to, lower level jobs and lower level education.
I mean, she was like trying to make you feel like you're not good enough to go higher.
And I remember the feeling when, even though my grades were like...
It was good.
It was good. Like, it was like higher than average level, but still the point where they were pointing me and trying to me to go wasn't that high level. It was like, let's say, middle level or lower level. For example, well, I wouldn't say taxi driver or something, but you feel like that way, that you're not like good enough to go to for example, high university to study as a doctor or something like that, but rather go to, let's say, car mechanic school or something like that. And some of my friends have been experiencing the same thing, because I don't know if it's because we are from another countries, or let's say language skills are not that good, but in my opinion, like everyone should have the same opportunity to go to law school or doctor school. But if you get that pressure from your teachers or from your tutors that you have to go to car mechanic school or something like that, then you easily go to that car mechanic school. I would say people like me who are trying to get higher and higher should go to schools, should go to places, and should go to talk to the youngsters and try to change their minds before they start to, think about, I would say, bad as themselves or something.
I'm going to go with you in such project.
Well, that's quite huge.
It's not huge, it's just determination.
It's something that you just start step by step, going to, for example, your old school to talk with people. And it shouldn't be that hard. You just need some people to do that job. And at this moment, we don't have that many people to do that job, but I'm hoping that maybe some group or something come in.
I'm here. We can start together.
We can start together from Tampere and let's move to Helsinki.
And everywhere in the whole of Finland.
That's
I
the
believe
plan. That's the plan. And in my opinion, like when people are seeing that, you have this opportunity to, for example, go as a minister or something. When they see some people that are doing that thing, they start believing that I'm capable to do that too. And I'm just hoping that maybe someday or some point, someone is thinking that same thing about me. Like, okay, Amin is there. Maybe I can do that or better.
You mentioned about not giving women more opportunities within the African community, and especially the Somalian community, and the thing that women should mostly do nursing or like they're not good for higher positions. So do you think that is cool?
I'm totally against that. What I've been noticing, especially I can just tell about Somalian community because I'm Somalian and I know this culture. But for example, if you are Somalian and you're a girl, common thing is to push girls towards nursing. Even though they have the capability to become presidents or high-level leaders or something.
Or doctors.
But you need someone to push you towards that direction. But if all the things that you are hearing is just go to nursing school, just become like low-level doctor or something, you easily go towards that, even though you have the capability to become much more than that.
So what you're actually saying is like parents should stop brainwashing the kids or the children to make them feel like they are not good enough. That's kind of like brainwash. I think like you make them feel like, okay, they're not good in this. You should do what the system will accept for them.
Well, basically, they just have to change their mindset. Mindset from that. Only nursing, only guys go to engineering or stuff like that. From that to other direction, because we need women in government. We need women in high-level jobs and stuff like that. Because, for example, my sisters, they are a lot smarter than me. And I love to see them going to, higher and higher. But it's quite hard if only thing that you are hearing is
nursing.
Go to nursing or something. So it's quite hard. And same for guys. For example, I remember when my parents were we were just discussing about what I want to do when I'm like older and stuff like that. And the first thing that they said was, you become a doctor. And I was like, well, I hate blood and everything about I hate being doctor. Like, okay, I appreciate the job that they are doing, but I'm not good as a doctor. Then they were like, okay, then you have another thing. Go to engineering school. And I'm like, well, if you give me a pen and I have to write something, no, I can't do it. I'm so horrible at that. So basically they didn't mention about, for example, business leader. They didn't mention about going to government or anything. It was only doctoring or engineering or law school. But I'm not good at those things. So parents should learn about their kids and they should know what their kids are capable of doing. And encourage them towards that. For example, if you are good as a musician, go to music school. If you are good at law or something, just encourage them to go to law, but don't just put these same things for all the same. Something that should change. And
thanks for sharing that.
Cool. I'm just hoping that the next generation is doing something differently because
That's cool.
That's something that I've been noticing, and I'm against that.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. So parents, please do try as much as possible to allow your kids do what they love to do, and also encourage them. Don't only allow them to do, but encourage them, follow up, so that they might get to their destination peacefully. If you have to say one last word to encourage young people of your age who might have the stigma in them, how you manage to go through to pull this out, like to give them that advice to hold on and not give up.
Well,
You say to them.
it's just like believe in yourself. You have that, let's say, that power in you. Just believe in yourself, and I will say, if you just believe, you can do it. And if you do it, people are seeing that. Damn, that's great.
Viewers, this is too much to digest, but I'm happy that I had someone who have gone through that experience to talk about this here, and now you understand the extent in which this situation is moving toward and what he has mentioned as a solution and what might be done to help remedy this situation. And I'm happy that you guys stayed with us until the end of the show. Also, for those who haven't yet subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button. And also, please don't forget to always take care of yourself and have a nice day. Bye bye.